You're watching your friends get burnt, courts getting involved, and being told real men marry while getting disrespected at the altar that they built. Fellas, let's not sugarcoat it. You're not crazy. You're not commitment phobic. You're just awake. You're expected to bring the table, the house, the legacy, and still be okay with getting the short end of the stick. This video isn't here to bash marriage. It's here to back you, to finally say out loud what most men are thinking, but don't dare to speak. Because in today's world, silence costs you everything. So let's talk. Why aren't men marrying anymore? And more importantly, are they actually better off? Point one, there's no real incentives anymore. Let's be honest. Men used to marry for legacy, loyalty, and life partner. Now, they can get all of the perks of marriage, sex, love, cohabitation, and even kids without the contract. So, what's the reward for signing up? These days, it feels more like pressure, more like stress, more like responsibility. And for what? Less respect. That's not commitment. That's a business deal gone bad. A business deal gone left. A business deal out the window. Point two, the legal system is a minefield. And I must say, the legal system was not meant to be on a man's side. A man can do everything right and still walk away from the marriage with less than half of what they shared together. Limited access to kids, years of emotional damage. Court systems don't always care about fairness. They care about precedent. And when that precedent keeps punishing men, they start opting out. Marriage feels like a Russian roulette with your future. And smart men don't gamble with a loaded gun. You ever wonder why someone like, let's just say, Bill Maher never got married? He's a political commentator and the host of HBO's Real Time with Bill Maher. That man is successful. That man is rich. And let's be real, he's had access to just about any woman he wants, and yet he's never been married. He once said, and I'm paraphrasing, I have great life, and I've seen too many of my married friends lose themselves in something that doesn't make sense anymore. That's not coming from a man who can't get married. That's coming from a guy who just won't. Who wants to do that? Why put yourself in that predicament? Because you end up getting hurt. Point three, he wants peace, not performance. Men today are expected to perform nonstop, green light all the way, no red lights. He has to be the one to provide. He has to be the one to protect. He has to be the one to please. And he also has to be the one to prove. And if he falls short, even once, even for a split second, even just a millisecond, he's judged. He's emasculated. And worst, he's replaced. So a lot of men are asking, why should I sacrifice my peace to meet expectations that never end? They're choosing silence over shouting matches, solo purpose over constant pressure, peace over proving. Look at Keanu Reeves. For those who don't know him, he's a Hollywood legend. He's the star of The Matrix, which is one of my favorite movies, John Wick, and dozen other box office hits. He's known worldwide, has generational wealth, and could have had any pick, any supermodel, any A-lister in the world. But what is he known for? Humility, privacy, stillness, and that one big word, P-E-A-C-E, peace. Yeah, he's lost a child and he's also lost a fiance. He's faced real heartbreak, but instead of turning bitter and loud, he chose quiet strength. Keanu doesn't chase headline. He rides the subway and he walks alone, stays out of drama. And though he has a girlfriend now, he's never been married. Not because he's afraid, but because he values simplicity over spectacle. That's what men are choosing today. They don't want to be your puppet. They don't want to be your ATM. They don't want to be your project to fix. They just want that big word, peace. And if a relationship threatens that peace, he'll walk away from the love before he walks away from himself. Point four, and I feel like point four is one of the big ones. Trust is at an all-time low. Modern relationships are flooded with blurred lines. Instagram DMs, online validation, girls trips, and emotional affairs that are just one click away. Many men don't trust the woman approaching them, and they're not wrong for questioning intentions. Take Travis Scott, for example. He's one of the most successful rappers of his generation, a Grammy nominated artist known for his hits Sicko Mode and Goosebumps. He was in a long-term relationship with Kylie Jenner, one of the most famous and wealthy women in the world. They have 2 kids together, and still, he never married her. Why? Because the relationship was constantly under public scrutiny. Allegations of cheating, emotional distance, and trust issues were all over the blog. Behind the Instagram photos and luxury vacation was real tension. And even with the access, all the beauty, all the status, Travis didn't put a ring on it. That's not hate, that's self-preservation. Because when a man doesn't trust what's behind the smile, what's behind the filter, he's not going to hand his legacy over. Point five, freedom has become the new legacy. Men used to marry to build, but now building looks a little different. They're investing in business. They're hitting the gym, stacking up travel stamps, healing from trauma, past relationships, and things that just disturb their peace, and learning that happiness doesn't always require a partner. Look at Leonardo DiCaprio. He's one of the most famous actors of all time, star of the Titanic, the Wolf of the Wall Street, and Catch Me If You Can. He's wealthy, he's powerful, and globally respected, and yet never married, no kids. He's dated the most beautifulest woman on the planet and walked away from everyone without ever saying, I do. And while media clowns him for dating younger women or avoiding marriage, what they don't get is that man is free. He's not building someone else's dream. He's building his own legacy on his own terms, through purpose, through passion, and through that big word, through peace. That's what men today are realizing. You don't need a partner to leave a legacy. Sometimes freedom is the legacy. This isn't about men giving up on love or relationship or marriage. It's about them reclaiming their worth. They're not saying no to relationship or marriage or any of that. They're just saying no to being used, blamed, shamed, bashed, and broken in the process. Until marriage becomes a space that values both sides again, you'll see more strong, stable, emotional, intelligent men choosing solitude over sacrifice. And honestly, they're not wrong for it. This has been your girl, Renee. Let me know what you think. What's your opinion? What's your point of view? Drop in the comments below what you are thinking, or if you've been in something similar and just want to share something. Let me know down below. If you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe. So I will see you in my next video.